any data, if without permission, without consent of the owner, is exposed, hacked, copied, deleted, amended, there is a legal provision for that. There is a legal action possible. Financial fraud using e-commerce or computers, piracy and personal misuse, and denial of service. These things are the user obligations. Hacking and defacing, again user obligation. Phishing has happened in the ICICI case. Yes, if the service provider is not taking due care, and due to that, a customer or a subscriber loses some money or prestige or anything due to phishing or anything, yes, and ICICI case is a speaking example of that. Malware or bot, you have to make sure that your computer is not affected by any malware, whether it is spyware, whether it is virus, whether it is a malware cannon, or it is not a part of bot. That becomes your responsibility. Physical or logical access compromise, disaster, application and technological malfunction. Recently, 2 months back, there was a case against Reliance Financial Services due to their website not working. Somebody could not do the share transactions and he lost money as he claims. And the court has given decree against Reliance Financial Services because they say that due to your mistake that your site was not working, he is a legal authorized subscriber, can't use it, due to that he lost that money and you have to pay compensation as damages or compensation. Application or technological malfunction, sabotage, internal or external, they invite legal action. That means bad press, credibility, and trust deficit. Now, these are the users. Now comes to organizations. Organizations need to keep secure their IT assets under Section 43A. What all A to J, which is defined under Section 43A, they have to keep track 70 and 16. Organization need to, I'll come to them later. Compliance with IT Act, many sections like 66, 65, 66 A2F, 67 ABC, 69, 70, 78 related to secure transactions. And many times against those crimes where they have no control, phishing, zero-day, bugs, technology. The biggest example which is happening today is Sony PlayStation. They have compromised 24 million the subscriber records. And yes, they are responsible partly, but partly it is a responsibility of the technology supplier who has supplied them defected operating system, defected database for which you always get patches every month. The hackers have exploited those zero-day vulnerabilities which you have no control over them. But ultimately, who is getting bad name? Sony. The chairman has to publicly apologize, and in US, there may be a suit for how many $1 billion is still not known. So many times you have to take care of those things which are beyond your control. I wish our Supreme Court, High Court take this type of cognizance that they are beyond control. Then what are these clauses? 43A means if negligence in reasonable security, the damage with no limit. Now, new regulation defines what is reasonable security. If you are compliant with ISO 27001, you are reasonably secure. Or in your environment, 27001 is not applicable, then you have to define, yes, this is applicable, I am compliant by that, and then court may accept that thing. Section 70 deals with the security of protected system. Please you tell me if the time is there. Okay. And Section 16 tells about security of secured electronic transactions. These are one part of organizations' obligations. Second party obligation is 65, secure source code tampering. If you are a software development house or in-house development, then you have to take care of the source code tampering. It should not be tampered. Then 66, ABCDEF, and 43, offensive messages, stolen computers, ID theft, impersonification, privacy, terrorism. Read with section 84B and C of abatement and attempt to commit. 67, pornography of various flavors. 70, required protected system and nodal agency uncertain. And 72A, breach of lawful contract. The organization has to keep track legal compliance of all these sections when they are dealing with IT. What section 85 says, in corporate environment, any person who is in charge, responsible to conduct of business, unless she or he can prove that it was without his knowledge and he exercised due diligence to prevent, then only he is not liable. If taken due and reasonable care of security, then you can prevent it. That's all my presentation about corporate responsibilities, user responsibility, user liability under Amended IT Act 2008. Any questions? Questions are welcome. Pardon? Can you give him mic? Tell your name also.
Yeah. I am Chittaranjan from Some IT Solutions. My question is, on behalf of all the IT people over here,